All right, guys, we're recording. I want to kind of just get through all this stuff so I can let you guys go. It's 4th of July Eve, if that's a thing, but people have work off tomorrow, so I'm sure you probably have something to do unless you have a 6-month-old baby at home or twins. You're probably not doing much, like me. I don't really do anything these days. So I didn't even think about that when I scheduled this call. But I appreciate you all being on. This is our Getting to Know You Zoom, and I like to do this, and I want to start doing it more often than I have in the past because it's good to see people face to face and for you guys to have the opportunity to ask questions live because a lot of times people have the same questions. So just asking them, getting to know each other because it is a community and I want everybody to feel comfortable to be able to post and not feel weird about posting certain things. So I think this is a great way since instead of just being like a small circle or your picture or whatever it is or your name, I think it's just your name on the app. So this kind of face the name and you can like say hey to each other and it just, I think it just really helps. So first things first, I sent you the welcome guide. If you haven't already, please print it out. It's great to have a physical copy where you can like highlight things or, you know, we have a lot of teachers in this group. Organize yourself, print that stuff out and get it ready to go. Read through it. I know the welcome guide's a lot, but I just want to make sure you guys have everything that you need before you start. Also, in the files tab in our app, there is the LIIFT4 program material. So I printed that out yesterday as well. So that's something you should also print out. So it has the workout calendar. So I would just like hang that up somewhere in your house so you can like check off each day. It's like really satisfying to go through the calendar and like cross off the day and you'll just know what workout you're doing. And also the weight progression tracker. It's important to know how much you're lifting and then so you know if you're challenging yourself or what you did last time, if you're doing the same, measure your strength. That's really important. So just make sure you print all this stuff out. I'm going to say that like a million times, but it's important. Okay, so I want to go through the expectations for the group and then we're going to go through some questions that if you guys have any. So first thing, obviously everybody has the workouts. You guys, I'm just going to mute just so we can, okay. So we have the workout calendar. Now it's 4 days a week, 30 minutes per workout. And I think the days in the calendar are Monday, Tuesday, rest day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now with that being said, we had a call for our team with Joel Freeman. And he's like, you know what, you guys, it's 4 days a week. You pick your 4 days out of 7. So if you miss Monday for whatever reason, that's fine. Just make sure that you're doing 4 days out of 7, okay? So just because the schedule says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, Friday with rest days Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's okay if you do it on different days. But it is important to have those rest days. So he did say, even though the workouts are shorter and it's only 4 days a week, so for me, coming off of 80-day obsession, which was 6 days a week for an hour, it would take me longer because my kids get in the way. I was working out and now I'm going to 4 days a week, 30 minutes a day. I'm kind of like, okay, is this going to work? But he said really no other lifting or no high intensity interval training on the rest days. But like if you run or you do yoga or you're swimming, you know, summer things, biking, like obviously that's fine. And that's kind of why they launched this program during the summer because people do other things. They hike, they run, they bike, all those things. So just don't lift heavy weights and don't, you know, do anything crazy cardio. That's all they're asking. And the reason being too, the nutrition plan is mirroring this program. So with 80-day obsession, I compared the programs. I was eating a lot more food. It's not as much food with this program. So that's because we're only working out for 2 hours a week versus 6 hours a week. So some of you did 80-day obsession, some of you did not. But for me, it makes sense that because we're not working out as much. Hi, Ray. I'm going to mute you guys. It's just a short amount of time, so we're going to be eating less food. Now, with the nutrition, and you guys might have questions, so if you have a question, unmute yourself. The nutrition program, if you've ever done 21-day fix or 80-day obsession, or maybe you've never done any of those and you have no idea what I'm talking about, the program used to come with containers. So some of you may have the containers, some of you may not. It's okay because I'll give you the equivalent to the containers. Like, for example, for fruit, it's like 3/4 of a cup. For vegetables, it's 1 cup. For carbs, it's half a cup. So I'll tell you what this is not a big deal if you don't have the actual color-coded containers. If you really want them, you can get them. I don't know if they're like $10 or something, but it's not necessary, so don't freak out, okay? We'll be fine. We don't need the color-coded containers if you do not have them. I'm not really sure why Beachbody didn't include the containers this time around, but they didn't, so that's that. So I will definitely tell you the equivalent. Now, I went through the nutrition today. I will post this in the group, but I did a sample meal plan for mine. So basically it goes by weight, and if you don't have to do any calculation. So if you were like under 168 pounds, I think you were in plan A, then it goes up from there, plan B, C, D. Now if you don't want to lose weight and you want to build muscle, he recommends going up 2 categories. So if you are under 168 pounds, that put you in A, but you don't want to lose weight, pop up to C, I mean B or C, it's really up to you, or maybe start in B and go to C. So everybody take a look at that if you haven't already. Now, does anybody have any questions about the nutrition off the top of their head? What it looks like and what?
I'm going to ask because do you think with 80 day, like I bumped up because of running?
Yeah.
I looked at A and it's less in A than it is in any other, like it's less in A than it is for 80 day. Like A is less than even A was in 80 day, and I was ready to murder somebody in 80 day with A. So
yeah, if you're gonna run, hold on, I got to my line. If you're gonna run, I would definitely recommend bumping up.
Because I watched the video with him, and I wasn't like with the call with him, and I wasn't sure. He never really addressed that. I'm like, I wonder if I should just start in B, because not only am I on running, I might actually try to do a booty day in there too, because don't want to lose that. So stop it.
It's actually a good idea because it's not anything crazy intense.
I'm thinking like phase 1 booty and just keep those lovely loops going. But
yeah, I would definitely bump up if you're gonna be running like you do, for sure. Like I'm not a runner. Like I'll be like, oh, I'm going for a run. Be like not even a mile, but if you're gonna be running and you don't really have weight to lose, I would definitely bump up. But with the containers or with the amounts, you guys, it's a learning curve for like 2 days to get used to it. But then after that, it's kind of like, okay, I need 4 red containers or 4 servings of protein per day. So you're like, okay, for breakfast, I'll have my eggs that will cover it. For lunch, I'll have grilled chicken. For your Shakeology, which is maybe your afternoon snack, that's a red. And for dinner, you'll have shrimp or steak or whatever it is. So that covers your 4 red. So that's how you kind of go through it, and then you plug in everything else and say, okay, with my eggs, I'll have spinach. That's a green container. I think for mine, it was like 3 green containers. So then at lunch, I'll have baby carrots, and at dinner, I'll have broccoli. And you kind of map out a day so you can kind of see where they go so you don't drive yourself crazy. But then once you kind of get into a routine, it's easy, and people will tell you that I've done these things before. It's not so bad, but it does take a little bit of, you got to do it for a couple days before you kind of get the hang of it, just like anything else. So don't freak out that it's hard, or, and whatever questions you have, ask them, because I can answer them and a lot of people here can answer them. So don't be ashamed that you're asking a stupid question. Okay. So just make sure you ask. Does anybody have any questions about food? No? Okay. So now we have our workouts, we have the nutrition, Shakeology. Every single day you should be drinking your Shakeology. I just really quick how to go over it, how to make it if you don't know. I take about a cup of unsweetened almond milk. I use chocolate Shakeology most of the time, and then I add like a teaspoon of peanut butter and like 5 to 6 ice cubes, and I blend it really well for about 30 to 40 seconds. That's how I like to have it. I usually have it as my mid-afternoon snack, sometimes at breakfast, sometimes at lunch, depending on my day. But having it every day, it helps with my cravings. It gives me all the vitamins that I need. My energy levels are so much higher on the days that I have it. It's not like a weight loss shake, you guys, so don't think of it like that. It's not going to, if you drink it, you're magically going to drop like 10 pounds. Like, that's not what Shakeology is. It's the missing nutrition that your body's not getting from food sources, and it's giving you everything that you need. So you don't need to take a multivitamin if you're drinking your Shakeology. And it's going to give you, it has superfood blends, it has probiotics and prebiotics and minerals and vitamins and really just everything that's missing in our diet. And you'll see if you start drinking it consistently how you feel. It really helps a lot. And it's just the quickest, most convenient meal of the day that I know, instead of, eating like 2 pieces of chocolate in the afternoon because I want something sweet, I have that, which is much better for me, obviously. So every day, and now you have to log every day, you guys, because I find the people who log the most consistently and who participate in the group always see the best results because they're the most invested. So it's okay if you miss a day of logging. I'm not going to yell at you, but for your own sake and for getting good results out of this, try your hardest to log every single day. Okay, it's important just because I do track that because I want to make sure that you guys are doing this. You know, and I was going to go into this later, but I'm going to say it now. Like, everybody paid to be a part of this group, right? And I don't just do this to say, okay, I'm going to get you guys, I already got paid, so you're on your own. No, like, the point of me doing this is because I want to get you guys results. Like, that's why you're signing up with me, to have it as a coach, because if not, you could have done it on your own, right? So I really want to hold you accountable and give you tough love sometimes, because in the past, I used to not do that, and I'd be like, oh, it's okay, you know, you don't have, and then no one saw good results. So that's just how I am. Like, as a coach, I'm going to be tough on you guys. So if I see you not logging for a few days, I'm not going to yell at you, but I'm like, hey, is everything okay? Do you need something? And then sometimes people will be like, well, you know what? I had a bad couple of days, and thank you for messaging me because I was thinking about quitting. So you guys, just know too, if you have a bad day or a bad week, it's okay. Like, it happens to everybody. Happens to me sometimes. Sometimes you get sick. Sometimes your baby gets sick. Things happen in life. So just because you have like 3 bad days in a row, you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't worked out, I'm a failure, oh my gosh, and then you're like, I'm quitting. Like, don't do that. I would say the best thing is to reach out to me, or just say it in the group and be like, I'm going through this, someone help, like, and everybody will say, you know what, I'm going through something similar, thank you for posting this, and it helps, and you're like, okay, I'm not a failure, I'm just going to start again tomorrow. So once you kind of accept it, it's normal life to have slip-ups, you just start again the next day. You don't say, well, it's Tuesday and I messed up really bad Monday and Tuesday, so I'm going to wait till next Monday to start again. Like, don't do that. If you have a bad couple of days, just start fresh the next day. And reach out to us. Like, we're here. I'm here to help you. I'm not going to be mad at you, but I do want to hold you accountable. Like, I want you guys to treat this like you paid for a college class, that you're going, you have your materials printed out, and if you don't do it, you're going to get a bad grade. Like, we need to kind of try to think of this as, you know, you paid for this, right? I don't want you guys to waste your money. I want you guys to actually follow through the entire 8 weeks and to see really good results, because that's why I do this. That's the whole point of me coaching. I just want to make sure that you're seeing the value in this group, in this community, and the workouts and the nutrition plan, and you put it all into practice and you learn how to do this forever. Not just 8 weeks, I lose my 10 pounds and I'm done, and then I go back to my old ways and gain all the 10 back. All right, I'm going to go through some of these questions. Yeah, you can. If the containers fit, you can. It is less food though, so you might have to address that. But it's completely up to you, Katie. Okay. Yeah, okay, awesome. So moving on. So something else really important. You guys need to make sure that you take your before pictures and your progress pics every week or every other week and take your measurements. And you're going to hate me when you first do it. It sucks. Trust me. Like, it's not something where you're like, oh, I can't wait. But I'm telling you, when you have your picture every 2 weeks to compare it to, you might not even see a difference in the scale, but you see a huge difference in the photos. Like, when I went through my nutrition, I honestly think I lost 2 pounds the entire 80 days, but I look completely different. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, if I just went by the scale, I would have jumped off a bridge. Because, like, seriously, I just committed to this for 8 days. I didn't eat, like, chocolate, or, you know, I didn't slip up on my nutrition, you know, and lost 2 pounds. So because I had measurements and I had pictures, I saw that I really was making changes, and it helps to motivate you to keep going. So don't just rely on the scale. The scale's important. It's one piece of it, but it's not everything. So don't put all your, you know, eggs in one basket. Make sure you're taking the photos. Please, please, please take a before photo. And also, if you submit them to Beachbody, they'll send you a LIIFT4 t-shirt, and you get entered into the contest. I think they do $1,000. I'm not sure if it's weekly or monthly. I'll let you know. But then they do annually 6 $25,000 prizes and 2 $100,000 prizes. So at our annual conference, I just saw 2 people walk away with $100,000 each for sending in their transformations. So make sure when you take them, you're wearing like as little as possible. Don't wear underwear. Don't wear underwear in your bra, because not that people are going to see it in the group, but if you do want to send it into Beachbody to get like either a bathing suit or a sports bra and shorts is what I recommend. And you want to stay in the same clothes every time. You want to do it in the same place. You try to do it the same time of day because lighting changes things. You do a front, a side, and a back photo. And try to have someone take it for you. My 6-year-old sometimes does it for me. I'm like, Philip, can you take my progress pic? But just try to do that consistently. I cannot stress it enough. You'll know what I mean once you do it and you see how you're changing, even though you might not see it on the scale. Another thing I'm going to recommend, which I don't always talk about, but I'm going to start talking about a lot more, is I personally read and listen to personal and business development every single day. And I highly encourage you guys to pick up a book for 10 minutes a day. I see a lot of babies. I know it's hard to read. If you're driving, listening to a podcast or an audiobook, and if you download Audible, they give you like a free book. So, right now I try to read 10 minutes a day in the morning, like for my work. And then I'm listening to Girl Wash Your Face right now, which is a really great book. She narrates it. It's fun to listen to. It's just awesome. So I can recommend some others if you want, but there's just a lot of great, like anything you can ever think of in your podcast app, it's all free. So in iTunes, you go to podcast app, and then you can literally search anything: parenting, marriage, teaching, leadership, whatever it is that you feel like you want to work on, communication skills, I don't know, you name it, there's a podcast on it. And the top rated ones will populate to the top, and they're there for you, and they're really great, and they just help so much. So a couple that I love the Chalene Show. Chalene Johnson, who's a Beachbody trainer, but she has such a great one. Shaun T. I don't mean to just plug all the Beachbody people, but they're really, really good podcasts. What's this called? Transform and Inspire. I don't know. Someone would probably know. Sarah, do you know it? You probably know it. But his podcast is so good. And listen to them in the car. Like, just sometimes if you have 15 minutes, it's just good. It will teach you something, and I just feel like it's changed my whole life. So I cannot recommend personal development enough. In the welcome packet, there were some recommendations for that. Okay, next thing, moving on. This is the personal contract, which seems so corny, but you guys, I really want you to commit to doing this full program. And I think when you kind of read this and you're actually signing something, it mentally puts some skin in the game. Like, you financially committed, you're signing this, that you're really going to actually do this. You're going to do the nutrition, you're going to do the workouts, and you're going to drink your Shakeology. And you're also, know that with your nutrition, you have a cheat day. So it's not like an 80-day, there was refeed day, but there really wasn't much. You have a cheat day, which doesn't mean you eat like fettuccine alfredo and chocolate cake all day and ice cream and undo your entire week. But you can have a glass of wine. You can have a little bit of a dessert. Like, you can take a little bit of break. It's summer. We want you to live your life. We don't want this program to rule your life. So keep that in mind. Then I also want you guys to make sure that you're writing in. This is being intentional and writing your why to why you're doing this. Maybe it's because you have a baby and you want to make sure you can run around with them when they're running around. You're chasing twins. We have a twin mom here. Babies are really little, and it's not, I can't speak from experience, but from all the twin moms that I know, it's a challenge. So maybe it's not even that you want to lose weight, but you want to have energy to keep up with your twins, or to be a good example for your kids, or to lose 5 pounds, or whatever it is. Write it down, okay? It makes it more real. And then on the days that it gets really hard, you're like, I'm not doing this. I'm sore. I'm sorry, Jess. I don't want to do it today. Read it. Because if you do, or either that or post in the group, because then people will be like, no, you'll feel so much better. Just go do it and let us know when you're done. And then you're like, wow, I'm so glad I have these people that are, here for me when I don't want to do this. The other thing is setting goals. So it could be anything. It doesn't have to be just fitness goals, but it has 1 month, 3 months, 6 month, and an annual goal. So even though this is only an 8-week program, write these down. It's a really great habit to get into, to write goals for your family, your life, your business, or whatever you do for work, your personal goals. I write goals for how many books I want to read, like just anything. And when you write it down, it makes it real, and you can go through and, you know, track your progress for that. So that's really important. We have the benefits of Shakeology, challenges that you'll face. Guys, you know, being aware and making sure that you know that, okay, I have a 6-month-old baby. This is going to get hard some days. But just because the baby wakes up and wants to nurse in the middle of the workout, that's okay. I used to stop and press pause and nurse my babies when I was working out, and then they'd be done. They were happy. They'd go back on their play mat or they're in their swing. And guys, the workout's only 30 minutes, so don't feel like you're abandoning your baby. They're fine. They're watching you. They actually start to get a kick out of it. And just think, like literally when I started doing this, Daniela was a newborn. She's watched me. She's 4.5 now. She's watched me for 4.5 years work out. So now she's like, I want to work out and I want to do this. And I want to, my dad actually had to get 3 stents put in last week. And he was like, he's lucky actually to be alive. And I brought Daniela and she's like, Grandpa, you need to eat broccoli and asparagus and grilled chicken and sweet potato. And like, she went through like the whole list. And that's because she watches me. It's not because I sit there and tell her. She watches what we have. So it's just a great way for your kids to see, instead of you going to a gym, like they're like, oh, this is just normal. This is part of our life. And they'll want to join in with you when they get old enough. And even Luke, like I have 1-pound dumbbells and he'll sit there and like, it's really funny. He threw them today, which can get dangerous. So you don't want that, but it's just great for them to see you. Yeah, so there's a ton of stuff like non-scale victories. It's not always about losing weight, you guys. It's about clothes that fit. Even if you're not losing pounds on the scale, like maybe try something on that you can't, like pants you can't zip, and you'll see like a couple weeks, you're like, wow, I can, now they fit. Now they're up. Now I can zip them. Now they're comfortable and I don't have like a muffin top hanging over. That's a really great way to measure your progress as well. So I think that's it. Does anybody have any questions? There's a meal planner, a grocery list. Meal prep is really important. I would try to do that as much as I can, at least for 1 meal a day. It will make your life so much easier. If you do, like on Sundays, I usually do an extra dinner while I'm cooking dinner in the Instant Pot or something, and then I portion it into 5 different containers, put it in the fridge, so then my lunches are done, so I don't have to think about it. Because that's when you're like really hungry and I don't have time and I grab something bad for me. That's when it starts to get dangerous. Okay. Anybody have any questions before we hop off? Okay. Last before yes, there was a sample meal plan for B. I saw. Yeah, just B. I only saw B, Katie. But I just did one for A, and I'll share it with the group. And then, you know, you can kind of adjust it if you're any higher than that, which I don't know if you would be. So you guys, this is the last thing I'm going to leave you with. If you put in half effort, you're going to get half the results, okay? I don't want to swear, but like if you half ASS it, like that's what's going to happen. You're not going to see changes. You're going to be mad that you spent the money. You're probably going to be mad at me. But here's the reality. I will hold you accountable. I will cheer you on. I cannot put certain foods in your mouth. I cannot stop you from eating certain foods. I cannot physically press play on your workout and make you get off the couch and work out or get up early in the morning. I can't. That's up to you now. So you have to take responsibility that I'm here for you to support you and the group's here for you, but you need to act for you to have the change that you want. So once we kind of take ownership of that and we know like it's up to us now to do it, we can't do it for each other, unfortunately. Only you guys can make the change that you need and form these habits for the rest of your life. So I'm here for you. I believe in you guys. I know this is going to be a really great program, and I cannot wait to see the results. And the last thing, I'm going to be doing a group 5:30 a.m. workout. It's not required. Don't freak out if you're not a morning person. But if you want to join, I'm going to have a Zoom link like this. So you can just have it in the background or on your phone or whatever, and we're going to just, hey, I'm here, and we'll just do our workout separately. We're not going to like watch each other. Don't worry. But just, it will hold you accountable. It's going to hold me accountable to waking up at 5 in the morning so I get my workout out of the way. This week, I was a hot mess. I'm waking up late. I'm doing my workout like 11 in the morning or like 2 in the afternoon, which kills my entire day. I don't want to do that. I want to be done, take a shower, just be with the kids or do what we have to do. So if you want to join that, great. If not, I'll be on Zoom by myself at 5:30 a.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So if you guys don't have any other questions, I'm going to hop off. Are we done? Oh, you guys done? Oh, look at all the babies. You have so many babies. Hi, guys. Sue, where are your babies? Are they sleeping? Aw, oh yeah, it's 8:30. That's awesome. Look at this, so many babies. Well, thank you guys so much for joining. I'm going to attempt to upload this one to YouTube. And I will see you guys in the group. And let me know if you have any questions, okay? All right, have a good night, guys. Bye.